I've watched buyers in San Clemente make the same 3 mistakes over and over, and it either ends up costing them money after closing or they genuinely regret the decision they made. None of these are dramatic, headline-grabbing problems. Nobody's getting scammed. They're just quiet mistakes. The kind that don't show up until you're already 3 months into owning the house. Or you're looking at your tax bill or insurance renewal and something popped up that you weren't quite expecting and you're left wondering, why did no one tell me this before I signed? My name's Travis Schloderer with Compass. I specialize in San Clemente and South Orange County real estate, and I've sat with enough buyers to know that these 3 items come up time and time again in every price point, in every location of the city. So today I'm walking through what they are, what catches people off guard, and exactly what to check before writing an offer so you're not left with a surprise after closing. Mistake number 1, buyers see an HOA fee on the listing, assume that's the whole story, and don't ask a second follow-up question of, is there a Mello-Roos tax on top of the HOA fee? Mello-Roos is a special tax tied to a community facilities district. It's how a lot of newer San Clemente neighborhoods, Talega being the best example, funded roads, schools, and infrastructure when they were being built. It shows up as a separate line on your property tax bill, and it's completely separate from your HOA. One pays for private community amenities, and the other pays off public infrastructure bonds in some tracts that can run for decades. And here's the part that catches a lot of people off guard. You can have both. I've had buyers budget for $300 a month in HOA and then get surprised by a couple $1,000s a year in Mello-Roos that they didn't see coming until escrow. It's not a deal breaker. Plenty of great Talega homes carry it, but it does change your monthly number, and that's a number you need before you're in love with the house and not after you're already emotionally attached to it. Here's one part that makes it worse. 2 homes on the same street built in different phases of the same development can carry completely different Mello-Roos costs depending on when that tract was financed. So just hearing my neighbor's bill is X amount doesn't really tell you anything about what your bill is gonna be. You have to pull that information for that specific parcel. So here's what to check. Pull the actual property tax bill for that parcel, or ask me if this parcel sits in a CFD. Get the current annual amount in writing, not an estimate, and then ask how many years are actually left on it. Some of these are structured to run for decades, so a property with 5 years left on its Mello-Roos is a completely different deal than one with 25 years left on its Mello-Roos. Problem number 2, falling completely in love with an ocean view or hillside lot and skipping the geological and insurance homework. San Clemente sits on a coastline that's had real bluff and slope instability. There have been multiple landslide-related closures of the rail corridor throughout town in recent years, plus there's been stabilization of the cliffs above the tracks. It's not a reason to avoid the coast, but it is a reason to actually read the geo report on bluff top or hillside properties instead of just skimming it. Now, the other side of this is insurance, and it's changed a lot in the past couple years. Carriers are scrutinizing bluff edge homes and hillside homes more closely. Some are requiring an updated geological report before they even bind your policy. And a handful have been pulling back from writing new policies in high-risk areas altogether. I've seen buyers get into contract, fall in love with the view and the property, and then scramble in their insurance contingency trying to get something approved because they didn't do their homework beforehand. The insurance piece deserves its own call out because it's gotten worse fast. A couple years ago, a buyer could have waited until late in escrow and shopped insurance to find something reasonable. That's not a safe option anymore, and I've seen buyers get calls from their insurance carriers mid-escrow saying that they won't even quote the property until they had a new geological survey done to give them a quote. This can take a long time, and sometimes it takes longer than what your contingency calls for. If that happens after you've already removed all of your contingencies, then you have very little left to negotiate with and walk away. So here's exactly what to check. For any blufftop, hillside, or slope adjacent property, get the current geo report and have it reviewed by someone who's qualified. You want to do that as soon as possible, and you also want to start shopping insurance the same week you go into escrow. And simply ask the broker, is this carrier writing new policies in this area of the city? And do I require a new geotech report before even getting provided a quote? And mistake number 3 is touring homes with a pre-qualification letter instead of a full pre-approval, and then writing an offer that isn't competitive enough to keep up with this fast-paced market. Those two letters sound almost identical, but they're completely different things. A pre-qualification is mostly self-reported, meaning you tell the lender your income and debt, and then he just spits you out an assumptive number in 15 minutes. A pre-approval is when an underwriter actually verifies your income, assets, and credit, so when you walk into an offer, you have something to give the listing agent that they can actually trust. Sellers and listing agents know the difference of these two almost immediately, and in a competitive market like San Clemente, the difference between a pre-qual and a pre-approval is a quick way to lose out on your offer. Yes, even with rates being a little bit higher, San Clemente is still relatively competitive. Our inventory is only about 2.7 months of supply. That's well under the 6-month supply for a balanced market. And homes that have gone under contract recently had a median of 7 to 12 days before pending. I've watched buyers lose out on 3 to 4 houses in a row, writing offers built for a slower market rather than the competitive market we're in. All of these offers had long inspection periods, lots of contingencies, and just not enough escalation to be considered as a top offer in this market. This isn't about overpaying or panicking into a decision, rather matching your offer to the actual reality of the market and not writing a generic textbook offer and then being surprised that you didn't win the house. So here's what to check. Get a fully underwritten pre-approval, not just a pre-qualification. Analyze the neighborhood that you actually want to buy in. How long are homes staying on the market and how many homes are actually coming on the market in a given month? And then have an offer strategy already teed up before you enter the market and start looking at homes. In a competitive market like we're seeing in San Clemente, are you okay with an appraisal gap? Are you okay with multiple offer situations with escalation clauses where you're bidding for the highest price? Are you okay with removing specific contingencies? Those are all things that you need to think about before entering this fast-paced market. So let's put this all together into something you can actually use. So before you write an offer, you need to do these 3 things in San Clemente. Number 1, pull the actual property tax bill for a specific property and verify if it is in a Mello-Roos area, and then ask how much that is and how long is left on the term. Number 2, make sure you're getting the geotech report and have it reviewed by someone who is verified to do so, and also contact an insurance broker the first week of escrow and ensure that they are actually still writing policies in this specific area. And number 3, get a fully underwritten pre-approval, not just a pre-qualification before you start touring homes. In today's market, homes are moving really quick, so it's important that you're ready when you view a home that you actually like and want to write an offer on. You don't have to waste time getting all of your information into the lender to get fully pre-approved. You want to have that done prior to showing homes. None of these things should scare you off from buying a home. They're just 3 things you need to be aware of before purchasing in San Clemente, and there's some things that people regret that they didn't ask themselves before they purchased. And the great thing about this list is you can check these items before you're even under contract on the home. So if you're looking at a specific neighborhood in San Clemente or Southern Orange County, and you'd like me to check if it has Mello-Roos or not, if there's a geo report available, or if you want an offer strategy on a home that you're interested in, feel free to give me a text or shoot me a call. My number's in the description, and I'd love to hear from you. I cover San Clemente buying, selling, and market updates every week, and I'd rather you hear the unglamorous stuff from me now rather than finding it out later when you're in contract to purchase a home. So if you have something that surprised you, drop a comment and let me know which of these 3 things caught you off guard, and I'll see you in the next one.